So, I've done videos like this before where I talk about my Counter-Strike 2 journey, but this one's going to be a little bit different. This just isn't about sharing the results, it's about trying to hold myself accountable, tracking my growth, and then hopefully getting some input from you guys on what else I can try, while also sharing what's been working for me. It's going to be a bit of like a progress report, but one that I want to keep building on gradually, maybe every 3 or 4 months. We'll not waste time, we're going to get right into it. What were the results looking like? So when I first started tracking this, and we'll have some images on screen, I was averaging around 14 kills per game with 0.6 kills per round and about 72 ADR. This started initially with a 30-day period, it's probably been closer to 60 days now. I'm now at about 16 kills per game, we're getting close to that 0.7 kills per round, and my ADR shot up to 80. And then a small one, but we're looking at my headshot percentage also going up from 44% to 46%. None of this is groundbreaking, but it's progress, and that's kind of the whole point of this video. Now, I feel like we need some context on like where these stats are coming from. So over the last 12 to 18 months, a lot of my focus has actually been towards team Counter-Strike, with Face It Grind kind of just being secondary and on the side. Some of you guys might remember the old Wayward team that we had from like the start of 2024. In the middle of 2024, that then blended in to become Elixir, which is what you now know and see, and hopefully we'll see a lot more of it moving forward in the future. We played in a mix of like ESA Open, ESA Open 10, and the UKIC leagues in Division 3, but with the summer months hitting, we kind of all agreed to take a step away from the structured team stuff for at least a couple of months and just sort of focus on pugging and enjoying the game again. It was actually earlier this year that I hit level 10 for the first time. I've since lost it and got very close to going back into level 8 after a horrible loss streak. I'm now just chilling in level 9, trying to get back to 10. It's no longer like this massive focus. I have to get back to level 10 as soon as possible because I know I've hit it and I play in higher average elo lobbies anyway, so it's kind of whatever. When mentioning these higher lobby elos, some context on those lobbies normally on Face It are between 2200 to 2300 because a couple of my teammates have been 2600 elo or higher, and then some are like have been like 2400, that kind of thing. More recently, with some people being away, we've been seeing lobbies between 2k and 2100 again, and those are ones that I feel a bit more comfortable in, so it's clear where like that gauge of elo is. And just for context on the officials, while some of those officials were pretty easy for us, a lot of them we were playing 2500 to 3k elo range on average, and again, that's where you could kind of see when we were losing like 13-6, 13-7, maybe where that like next step up was. So one thing to cover though, because it's quite clear if you look at the screenshots, while my stats have improved, it hasn't actually transitioned into elo gains. I've actually lost about 200 elo during this time, as I said, almost dropped into level 8. The only sort of silver lining here is I'm not playing more beta, I'm still playing my same playstyle, and the numbers are upticking. So eventually, that should be tracking into overall elo gains, and we'll find ourselves back at level 10. Now, it's not really a video covering how I improved the Counter-Strike if I don't cover what I was doing. So the core answer is I was using Refrag. Now, I'm going to be very clear up front. I have been a Refrag partner for the last 2 years. They provide us with the servers to play on and test, and we give out codes for you guys, which I'm going to have on screen for you now. So if you want to grab a trial code to be able to try Refrag for yourself, you can grab it on screen. This video is not sponsored, by the way, but as I've got some codes, we may as well give them away to you guys. If they've all been redeemed by the time you have a look at it, either leave a comment down below asking for it or tag me in Discord. I'll get you sorted. Now that sort of housekeeping waffle is out of the way, just to cover it, I've been using Refrag consistently, I say for almost 2 years. This stems from me starting at level 5 all the way to level 10, and then also getting comfortable in Team CS as well. And the one thing that's really notable for when I saw this like shift is when I made an active routine and I actually changed from what I was playing like every time I got onto Refrag. So I used to focus on the modes I enjoyed, which for the longest time were Pre-Fire, Crossfire, X-Fire, which is kind of a blend of the first two, and then I also started dabbling in Defender because I realized I was playing anchor spots a lot and maybe that could help me. They were good, but then when I started using Refrag Coach, it basically takes your demos that you upload, analyzes them, and then spits out a training routine based on that data so that you can actually have something that's like custom to you, figures out what you're bad at to try and get better at it. And it was basically, the initial idea of this video was 30 days of using the Refrag Coach to see where I got to. As I say, we probably went to 60 days, some days off, but that is where my most like considerable jumps in performance came. I noticed my average kills per game were going up, my ADR was going up, even like just my confidence in game as part of that was going up, and I felt that I took a step up level wise. But after that, I've not really been able to push any higher. And just to cover other elements I've started to do more recently, because I'm grinding armory passes for a video that's going to come at the end of this year, it's quite some time away, I'm having to play like Valve server stuff a lot more. And because I don't play Premier too much, I'm finding myself playing Valve Deathmatch a lot. Now, that's not stellar warm-up, but I do find that just playing that extra 10-20 minutes every day, that just to try and like get some armory passes done, that seems to be helping a little bit. Like, the more you play, the more gunfights you're getting. The one thing I've had to be mindful of is like, it's deathmatch, it's don't get into messy fights, don't build bad habits. But the actual areas that I am struggling, where I think I'm falling short, I think it comes down to time. I work full time, I run the YouTube channel, and just managing life means that I get to play CS between 2 to 3 days a week normally for like actually playing FACEIT or actually playing Premier, that kind of thing. So it makes it kind of hard to dump loads of hours into grinding FACEIT or like sticking to a crazy disciplined routine. So I've got Refrag and other tools that have helped me improve. Really, it's Refrag and Deathmatch. I've used XPlay a little bit for retakes and then actually I've not mentioned it. Refrag has a duels mode where you just play 1v1 against whoever else you want to get in the server. We use this on the team level quite a lot, so Ulick or Jinx or Opper, if we had a match coming up and he wanted to warm up the op, I would hop in for that. I'd let the other guys cook their warm up, I'd take the sacrifices, the IGL, I'd help him warm up his op on that duel mode as much as possible. So that's some smaller ones where time has been spent and you can get some gains. But at this point now, I'm wondering, what else can I add to this to help myself improve? And the real sort of tricky bit of it is, how can I make that work for the sort of limited time I have for a routine? And that's ultimately where you guys are going to come in, because I want feedback on what you guys do for your warm-up and what you specifically think helps you improve or remain consistent at the game. Now, I'm aware there are some absolute gremlins and demons out there that don't even warm up. You guys will go straight into FACEIT and you'll wonder why you drop a 0.5 KD and then you're fine the next game. So my advice to you guys is start warming up, even if it's 5-10 minutes. Just something, like just the tiniest little bit will make the world of difference. But you guys that have routines, now, as we mentioned, we're on a time crunch. We don't have 2 hours every day to sit in deathmatch trying to get to 2,000 kills or some shit. We are maximum 20 to 30 minute daily routine. What do we think we can do to make that work? Is there workshop maps I'm not aware of? Are there other servers I'm not using? As I mentioned, I've used Refrag, which is all custom dedicated servers. I've also used XPlay here and there to get into deathmatch quickly and maybe some retake quickly, stuff like that. So any advice or feedback you guys have, leave it in the comments down below. It'd be greatly appreciated. I'm also down to discuss it in Discord too. If you join the Discord, we've got the general chat. I'm happy to waffle in there about different ideas. We can share workshop links, maybe try and build out a routine. And the whole goal of this is that I can come back to you guys in, let's say, 3 months' time, having ran this routine for 3 months, maybe doing little tweaks here and there as we go through it, give my feedback on it, hopefully give you guys something you can use. And the most important one, I'd say, really, is seeing the elo rise on my side come and my stats and my confidence and my performance growing. So very different to the usual content, I appreciate. We have not had any skins waffle today. You've had my lovely face waffling over some clips and gameplay that I've had. But hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully it's something sort of engaged. As much as it's nice to chat about the skins and showcase skins, we're also here to play Counter-Strike at the end of the day. Whether you take it competitively or you just want to play casual, but you also want to be playing good in casual. Hopefully there's something you can take from this. So I'm going to call it there. I gotta say a big thank you to the YouTube members for continuing to support the channel. As always, it is greatly appreciated. We've had small improvements, we've had a lot of learning, and the grind isn't over, guys. So we're going to keep cracking on, and I'm going to be streaming 2 to 3 days a week as well now. So I'll be able to hopefully share a lot of this journey with you guys live. You can see the failures, you can see the clutches and the good moments, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.